So this week we are going to be busy wrapping things up. We only have a couple weeks left. And the first thing you're going to want to do is review your classmates' term projects and post your responses. Uh, that all has to be done by May 1st. Then you do need to register at Certiport. And if you've already got a Certiport account, all you need to do is log in and then do a screenshot. Okay, so if you register, make sure you log in and do a screenshot, and then you can get the points. The reason I have you guys logging in is because when you go to take your certification exam, you have to log in. The exam administrator is not going to know what your username and password are. You need to know that. Okay, so this just helps ensure that you guys all know what your usernames and passwords are. And then once you finish that, you're going to commit your final project to GitHub and put a link to the repository here. So if you've never used GitHub before, you can get a free account. That is not a problem. And here is a video that kind of walks you through the whole process. But you will be uploading your final project folder to GitHub and putting a link to the repository here. The third activity is creating an e-portfolio. Now, you can literally use any platform that you want, but most of our students are using LinkedIn because our employers are using LinkedIn. So you'd create a LinkedIn account, or if you have an account, you would just need to update it. And I've included all of the information that you need to have. If you have an existing account, then you can add a project section. And what I need is a link to your GitHub repository where your term project is. Okay, so if you add a little project section, you can add the link. And here is a video that shows you how to do that. And if you don't have a LinkedIn account and you want to create one, I have a video that kind of walks you through that. Okay, so you can do either update an existing or create a new one, totally up to you. What you need to do in the Dropbox is give me a link to your LinkedIn portfolio, or if you use something else besides LinkedIn, I need a link to whatever forum you are using for the e-portfolio. After you complete the job prep activities, then we have exam prep activities. And so there is a practice test that I've used in the past that has really helped students. This is a Word document. And so you're going to download this. And there are a lot of questions. This is worth points. Okay, so you click on this, it downloads the Word document. Just the process of filling it out and submitting it, you will get the points. Okay, I will give you all the points. Once you submit that, I will get an email that you submitted it and I will send you the answer key. Then you will have that answer key to study from for the certification. And students in the past have found that to be extremely helpful. The other exam prep activity is doing Gmetrics practice tests. You need to do 2 testing mode exams, and you need a passing score. And then you do a screenshot and you can submit it to the Dropbox here for points. And this example is very similar to what you will see when you finish the testing mode practice test. And when you go in, you'll see there's a training mode and there's a testing mode. In fact, I can actually pull that up for you. Okay, so when you first download and install this, you will need to go in and redeem your codes. And once you do that, then you should have access to your tests. And so the tests will all be under IT specialist. And depending on how many courses you are taking that have one of these tests, you are going to have more than one. So for this class, you're going to go into database, and there are 3. So you need to complete 2 of them and pass 2 of them. And there is training mode and testing mode. Training mode, I would go through first because as you go through here, you will see whether you got it right or wrong, and you can find out what you did incorrectly. Testing mode is just like the certification. You are not going to know, when you're taking it, what you got right or wrong, and it's timed. Okay, so if you go into testing mode, which you do need to do to receive the points, when you finish, it'll give you a little report, and it's going to look something like this. It'll have your name up here. The product will be databases. Under mode, it'll say testing. It'll say your score, and then it'll say what you needed to pass. And as long as your score is above the passing, do a screenshot and turn it in. Now you have an option of saving it as a PDF, which you could also turn in. So you could print it to PDF and turn that in. So either way, it does not matter to me, but this is what you're going to need to turn in, and you get points for each one. So you need to do 2 of them, okay, 2 different ones out of the 3, and each one is worth 20 points. Okay. Doing the exam labs is worth 40 points because there's 130 questions on it, which is a lot more than 43. Okay, so between the 2, this is 80 points, which is huge because your certification exam is 100 points. But these are necessary for you to do well. Okay, so that is the last thing that you need to do this week, and it will definitely help prepare you for the test. If you run into problems or if you have questions, please let me know and have an awesome week.